Hello everyone and welcome back to Spyro the Dragon on the Sony PlayStation 1. I am on BaaaaAAAHHhh and today we're going to enter two new levels in this new home world. The first of which is called Cliff Town. And for many people this is actually what a lot of people consider to be one of the least favourite worlds in the game, one of the least liked. And I'll get into why in particular later on, because it is a really easy level, but slightly boring to be perfectly honest. There's not much going on throughout most of it. And as the name suggests, you're basically in a town on a cliff. And that's really the big thing about it. There's nothing really special about the stage, but we have some interesting enemies to deal with. For example, these guys running at you with the knives, and they're completely covered in armor. You have to charge them, you can't flame them in any way to take them down. And also you have these women? Oh god, whoa. Okay, that was a good fall. But yeah, you have these sort of women, I think, in the environment, like this woman over here. I don't know. Basically, what they do, they're usually frying something in a bunch of pots, usually gems. And to deal with them, you basically flame them. And if they have like one of the stabby guys, as I'm now going to call them, with the knives right next to them, they'll push the knife guys towards you to try and throw you off. But just flame the women. They're really no big a deal to take care of. And also the pots that the women are actually using as well. If you flame the pots, you'll see a gem pop out of them, and this is one of the things in this level that a lot of people do not like, because this stage seems to be a little cryptic, and trying to do the stage blind on your first time run through is really difficult, because obviously they're really cryptic with a lot of the gems in the stage, and even at the end of the stage, I guarantee a lot of you who's never played this game before will go, what? At some of the gem locations, because they really just went nuts. But anyway, this is the most obnoxious blue guy in the entire game. I'm not kidding. Basically, what you need to do is chase him around this building and burn him when he dies. You know, burn him to kill him and get the egg back. Obviously, it's normal standard fare right now, but he's still the most annoying one in the game, so hey, a halvor.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't harm metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
Like I said earlier in the very same video, yeah, you can't flame metal guys, but just like you said, charge through them and get the extra lives. Now, extra lives are really plentiful in this game. You will always run into brand new extra lives to try and boost up your life count. You don't really need them either, because they're really nothing to deal with. They're sort of not needed in any way. It's like with most games these days, you don't need the extra lives. They're really redundant because they throw them at you, and you're not going to die nearly enough to really battle the number of lives again. So you're not going to lose like 10 lives straight away in a row unless you're on one certain level, which I can't wait to talk about. Good God, I hate that stage. But anyway, just keep going through this entire stage, and for the most part, this stage looks really small, doesn't it? It looks like a generic tiny little level, and in fact, it actually looks like the smallest stage we've been in yet. Yeah, don't worry, folks. This is actually a lot bigger level than it looks, because you know we're on the building. This is the lead up to the actual exit of the stage, by the way. There is an entire field right across there that you can see shimmering lights at. That's right, all of that is also part of the level. This stage is pretty big, which means trying to find 100%, apart from as well as the dickish moves that Insomniac threw into this game, is quite hard in this stage. I mean, this is a first-time player's worst nightmare in terms of getting 100%. It really is. But move up here, and here's the exit of the level, and just break all the crates to get hold of the delicious gems. But you might be wondering what's going to await us across the field, across the glorious plains. Seriously, look how far out that is. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Anyways, Enzo.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Oh snap, this is when the game lays the bombshell on you to glide across, and a lot of people don't like this level because of how cryptic it can be. For example, I'm not even going to go and glide across the river yet. First thing I'm going to do is glide across here and burn this firework. When you burn this firework, it'll act like a missile and blow up the metal crate that we walked past earlier. And glide across here to get 20 fantastic gems. And when you reach the top of this structure as well, a magic vortex will also appear, allowing you to get a nice little shortcut to fly back up. So honestly, it'll be quick once you reach the top. And the game is very good about creating shortcuts after you've been to a specific area in a level. So without any further ado, let's just glide. Oh my god, and this area has a lot of buzzards. Now, these buzzards, I think they're quite glitchy, to be honest, because whenever the buzzards go out to attack you, they never go towards me. They seem to move to the left of me or to the right of me. They never go straight into me. And see, like that guy, where was he going? I just don't understand it. I don't know if it's just glitched or what, or I don't know. Or maybe it's the geometry messing about with them. Because this entire area is very hilly. I can imagine the AI could get a little bit confused with this. And even us, when we're running, you can see us sort of sliding to the left when we're running. Which is really annoying when it happens, because you'll see throughout this game, I always seem sort of slide to the left or right every now and then when I'm doing my charge. And I think it's the geometry, I really do. But anyway, let's go talk to this guy by here. Marco Polo!
You've reached the highest point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind there.
So yep, another whirlwind just appeared to give us a nice shortcut up to this area of the stage yet again. And of course, like he said, we need to glide across to the top of the buildings now. But first things first, remember where we started off the level? Well, we're going behind it. Now this threw so many people off when they play this game. It is ridiculous. Nobody would think, okay, they're gonna hide things behind the level. And Insomniac overall has a bit of a stigma about that. Insomniac games really like to hide things behind the level. They like to hide things behind you, which basically means if you're playing the game and it's made by Insomniac, look backwards. That's all I can say. If Insomniac's on a cover, look behind you. But overall, stage, it went by pretty quickly, although we're missing 2 gems. They're just we just missed them on the field. They're really easy to come by, so chances are if you missed a couple of gems and you know you've been to every inch of the town, you missed it on this field here. So there we go, there's the last 2 gems. And we're going to call it an end to this level and head on to the most out of place level in the entire homeworld. That's right, we are now going to the ice cavern next, folks. Which seriously is really out of place. I don't understand it. Desert, war zone, ice. There isn't really a world I don't think there's really another world that would fit in, so I guess that's why. Because there isn't a dedicated ice world in this game, folks. This is the only ice level we're going to see. At least from my memory it is. I think this is the only ice level in the entire game. And to be honest, it isn't that much of an ice level. It has an ice aesthetic to it. But it's not much to do with ice physics apart from one enemy type later on we're going to deal with. But to start things off, let's just get these gems. And like I said, Insomniac level design, look behind the starting point of the level for gems. Insomniac are evil, and they tend to do this quite a bit in this game from this point onwards. They are really, really obnoxious with it. I don't know why the level designers thought it was a good idea. Maybe they were maybe they were having a good day at work one day and they just thought, okay, these guys, oh, I'm gonna mess with those players now. Anyway, Ulrich.
A word of caution, little one. Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
Again, reiterating the point that you can't charge the large guys. Now, don't worry about the bats. You might think bats, really annoying enemy, right? They are annoying in every single game. They're not an enemy. Nope, the bats are actually part of the general wildlife that you can use to gain health from sparks. So, if you see a bat and you're low in health, burn the bat. It's really easy to deal with. They can't even hurt you. Or, I'd be surprised if they could hurt you. I mean, you're a freaking dragon. I mean, if a bat could hurt a dragon, I mean, why are dragons considered really scary creatures in that case? Although I love dragons, I think they're my favourite mythical creatures personally.
Psst. Spyro! Some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor. And in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
So yeah, as you'd expect, now this is when the ice mechanic comes in. It really doesn't affect us too much. In fact, I don't think the ice really affects us at all, but for these gems on top of these lampposts, basically headbutt the lamppost and the gems will fall off you. But the big guys are covered entirely with armor coming up, and they're on ice. What you need to do is basically charge them, and they'll fly off the ice, because obviously it's slippery, and there's nothing you can do on ice. There's like no traction. Have you ever been walking walking one day on the road and there's black ice on the floor, and you just lose all traction and slip? Basically, yeah, that. Except someone's pushing you, and that's not fun. Have you ever been pushed whenever you're on ice? It's not fun. Just trying to keep upright is hard. I tell you. But anyway, here's this guy here. Just boop him off the edge. Really easy. But like I said, Spyro isn't actually affected by ice physics in this game, which is one of the best things about it. However, in the sequels, they actually bring back ice levels in full force, and they actually incorporate ice physics. Why, Insomniac? Why? By not making this level have ice physics, you made it better than 99% of ice levels ever made. Although, one thing is true about this ice level is the music is good, and I'm gonna praise the music a bit more later on, but this music isn't memorable. I'll admit that. It's really not memorable music, but it's perfect music for basically ambience. It's perfect for an ambience or background noise.
Thank you for releasing me.
No worries. Meh. But yeah, it's music perfect for like editing videos, for example. I have Spyro music on in the background, admittedly, sometimes when I'm editing videos, because it's calming, and it takes a lot of time to edit these videos. Let me say that again. It takes a lot of time to edit these videos, folks. Even the videos that don't seem like they take that long to edit, trust me, they do. I put a lot of work into these. Too much work, if I do say so myself. I don't have much time for anything else these days, to be honest. Like, occasionally I'll go out with friends and play games, but for the most part, between this and uni is pretty much all I do. But we're pretty much at the main end of the stage now, and we still got quite a bit to go. Well, at least a good minute or two left of the stage to finish it.
Thank you for releasing me.
No worry. But now, past the exit portal, there's actually an alternate room here, which I don't know how you could miss, but I can imagine someone out there has probably missed this room. Not me, by any chance, I swear. Hint, hint. But basically, go through this room, and again, there's sound effects whenever there's items nearby. Like these pots that contain extra lives. Basically, they make a blinking noise to let you know they're nearby, and again, I love it when games do this. They give you little sound cues to know a certain item's nearby. Granted, this is one of the most useless items nearby to make a sound cue. It's still appreciated, you know? I like it. I like knowing that something's going to be nearby when I can hear it inside my earphones or something. But anyway, be sure to progress up here, and we're now moving into the second ice cave of the stage, where, of course, we're going to need to push these guys off the sides, and the gems that are on top of the lampposts that we've been knocking off. Am I the only one that gets Chaos Emerald vibes from Sonic the Hedgehog off that? I don't know, it just reminds me of like the Chaos Emerald Shrine in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. It just, I don't know, I think it's just me linking things because, I don't know, I love Sonic games, what can I say, but I don't know, I always seem to get that vibe off them. Like by here, for example, it really reminds me of like, actually it kind of reminds me of Hidden Palette Zone, this entire aesthetic this place does, because it's all blue. It's all sort of, it's like, you know, it's a similar color scheme. It's a nice mix of white and blue, although there's no purple in Hidden Palace Zone. But yeah, the grape juice below, obviously I shouldn't have to say this, but the grape juice underneath us, basically don't go into it. You might as well kill yourself with a bottomless pit. It's death. But I'm pretty sure that's pretty obvious right now. But again, like I said, be careful. That son of a... He off-screened me. Actually, that's one of my biggest flaws with this game, I have to say. You get off-screened a lot by enemies, and trust me, it is frustrating when you get off-screened by an enemy like that guy over there, and you can't do anything about it because you can't see them, you can't react in time, and you're on your last hit point, and it's one of the most annoying things about this game. I think they did a bad job with off-screening in the sequels because it doesn't happen so much, but it's still really frustrating when it does happen here, and I don't like it. I really don't. Fortunately, it's few and far between when it happens.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
Right, anyway, now we're gonna move on back to the chest. Or at least, I think we need to move back to the chest, because we haven't picked that up yet, and I don't think we even picked up the key, so basically follow the route I'm going here, and what the game really, I think the game expects you to pick up these items earlier on than I did, because I normally pick these up right away when I enter the level, but unfortunately, during this playthrough, it completely crossed my, I didn't think about it at all, so I walked straight past the area where you're meant to glide down, and it sort of clicked right as the end of the level. It's like, wait, what am I missing? Oh! So basically follow this path and head on back into this room, and head on by where the chest that you can unlock is. Now, from this chest, you'll see there's a platform to your left. Basically, just glide down to this platform, and there's the key and 2 gems. It's actually quite easy to miss this out, so be careful. And after you grab that, obviously you need to make your way back up there. So make your way back up to the chest, and we'll call it a part. But yeah, nice level, still completely out of place. It really bugs me how out of place the stage is. Like, one thing I like in games is when they stick to a particular theme for a world, so you can get this little idea of progression. But then this game sort of throws that out the window and goes, oh yeah, ice level, cool. Another game that has an issue with that is the original New Super Mario Bros. That spins me out. But I'll get to that another time, because that's an LP I'm planning way in the future too. But there's the ice cave over and done with, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed, I appreciate a like or comment to the video. Don't be stupid, Scribble, and I'll catch you all next time when I take care of the boss of this world. Yes. Bye bye, folks.